Hamilton County Corrections officers are honored for saving an inmate's life. Good evening. I'm Josh Rowe. The group performed CPR on a woman until EMS got there. Brittany Martin joins us now with that story. Brittany.
Josh, officers say the inmate was high on drugs when she was booked that day in January. The sheriff credits one young deputy's watchful eye with saving the inmate's life. It was a typical night at the Hamilton County Jail back in January. A woman deputies say was arrested for driving drunk was booked and placed in a cell. Deputy Ashley Kramer says she was keeping an eye on her.
We checked on her and checked for pulse, rapid pulse, and I moved her hair back from her face, and it was just a cold sweat, and she was just blue.
Kramer says she was with her supervisor, Sergeant Mike McGowan.
We entered the cell, and she was what they call agonal breathing, which is not really breathing.
With quick thinking on the jail team's part, two others jumped in to help.
And that's when Corporal Chambers stepped in and started chest compressions. And I supplied oxygen until EMS arrived.
She was taken to the hospital where deputies say she was treated for a drug overdose. But that quick response by these four, Sheriff Jim Hammond says, saved the woman's life. Wednesday, they were rewarded for their response.
It feels good to get the pat on the back, but every day when we come to work, we realize it's something we may have to do anyway.
This small token, called the Sheriff's Coin or a challenge coin, recognizes an officer's sacrifice or performance while on duty.
It's an accommodation. I'll keep it, give it to my kids someday, pass it down.
Corporal Wesley Chambers hopes his achievements so far in his career, like saving an inmate's life, will inspire his kids to carry on the family tradition of serving and protecting.
I guess it'll maybe come up with the coin when I give it to them when they get old enough to understand what it is.
Deputy Kramer tells me the inmate was fine after she received medical treatment, but none of them have seen her since they saved her life in January. They all tell me they were just doing their job. Josh.
Brittany, thank you. Officer Tim Denton also received 2 sheriff's coins yesterday. He was recognized for pulling an injured woman from a car after a crash on I-24 several months ago.